means we are unlimited. We're not limited at all, only up here. Which brings me into some of my training when I went over to Tibet. They do full body adjusting. There happen to be 2 chiropractors on my trip too that went over there. So when they do adjusting, they're imaging the body as physical, emotional, mental, and spirit bodies. So when you're adjusting somebody, when we're adjusting people, we're working on all 4 bodies of the person. And somebody comes in and the physical pain in their back, and listen to it. You don't have to focus in on it, but just know that that physical irritation or pain has got them to you, and it's going to clear out through their emotion body. They're stuck in their emotions. 99% of the time, the emotion body is what's housing that pain in the physical body. When somebody's emotionally screwed up, the word emotion means energy in motion. They're stuck. How do they get out of being stuck in an emotional body? You're still going to adjust them, but you adjust them with that spiritual power that we all have to get the understanding through their mental body why they are stuck in that emotional body so it can move and stay moving. And then the next one is the mental body has to give up to the spirit body, because spirit's running the show, whether you like it or not. So when we get all caught up in our mind and we can't work, and I think the United States is going to have to watch out for the same thing Canada's going through. We got to preserve and protect chiropractic now, because if we don't, they're going to all take control, and God help us with whatever government comes in next. The biggest thing we got to remember is think about divine grace. Divine grace. Everybody takes that out of the equation. That's one of the biggest things in the equation, because if we're linking spirit body with physical body, it's only through divine grace that we even have the right to do that. It comes through us. We're not doing this. We're just lucky that we're chosen to be here in this position right now to even have this as part of our life. And that's why it's such a blessing to be a chiropractor right now. It's so powerful to be in it right now. And I feel like we, ourselves, need to focus more in that what Pasquale used to talk about, the divineness, the grace that we have between the physical and the emotional to the mental, mental to the spiritual. And that's pretty intense, and I talk to my people like that. I really do, because I don't care anymore. I'm old. Or older. I'm not old. I'm older.
Wiser.
And fortunate. We're not lucky, we're fortunate. So don't use the word lucky. It's nothing to do with luck. We've been chosen by a divine power to use ourselves and our divine flow of energy to love each other. And only through that power, because love brings up everything unlike itself for the purpose of healing. Wow. So the vibration of love is the highest vibration on the planet. So if we can stay focused on that, if you must think about what that love vibration is all about. So remember, it brings up everything unlike itself if we're going to be pure love, which is what we were born to be. And the power to heal heals the best through using the vibration of love. Because remember, matter will shift to the frequency that's put into the matter. So if we can put love in there, we're going to have a higher healing capability than anything else. And then I go over to the anatomical chart and I look at the autonomic system, and I just briefly go through these things with them and show how maybe they are connected to all those little pieces. Because it's beyond me how all that stuff works. I don't care how much you study, I don't care how much we memorize or do the best talks in the world. It's what we do with our hands. And I see people that are very good with that, working way off the body, working on the body. So do whatever technique or whatever you feel comfortable with that allows you to love that person on the table the best you can. If it's fun to do structural work, then do it. You're going to be great at it. Just do it with reverence and do it with peace and above all, with love in your hands. Because their innate and yours is going to have a fusion anyway, and it's going to guide you. And that's why when we were talking earlier about all these different techniques, and toughness, and Tolsky, and tonal adjusting, it's just a combination of what we need to do to get tuned in to ourselves. When we're tuned into ourselves, you're open to all that information that's in the universe. You're not blocking it. And just remember, go back to 3 things, but the main thing I was saying earlier is love brings up everything unlike itself. You gotta love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you're not gonna get to that depth of being able to clear those people out of that level that you really want to. And I know everybody here wants to get that love. We all want to be loved. And love's frequency is so powerful when you see it in mothers and babies and all, that it makes us want even more of it, right? Stay with your breath, because when you hold your breath, you're blocking the juice. Love yourself. Love brings up everything unlike itself, right? So stay in that mode. Stay with your breath. And your presence is enough. We don't have to be some magical dude. We're already chosen by the Almighty. It's there. You wouldn't have it already. You wouldn't even be in a position if you didn't deserve it. So stop questioning if we deserve it and what level we're doing it and the work and how good you are or not doing it. And let's pray for this chiropractic to stay here, because it's scary. And people that are coming in, remember that the pain that they're going through is probably emotional shit. That's what's going on all around. They're all scared. Fear is very, I think, powerful right now. So when we're adjusting these people, helping them release, just remember that love's bringing up all that, but it's a good reason, because you're going to be so much more love inside of you, and that frequency is going to give you the push to clear that spine out even better than you had before. But you got to remember that. 3 things is easy. Love yourself. We're perfect as we are. And stay with your breath. How hard is that? 3 things. Because love works on all of those 3. We don't have to think anymore. The love's already in you. You wouldn't be in this room. We wouldn't have this. Another thing. One more thing. Pasquale used to always say was he loved brotherhood and staying social with, right?
Yes.
After the meetings, we'd go into another room and we'd have food that people brought and cooked, and he loved everybody to socialize in this brotherhood pact. We got to work on that even more. Yeah. New beginnings is great. It's a beginning. But we got to do this stuff like daily. Stay connected with each other, work together, maybe make some kind of a global impact by just the people that we have here. This power in this room, like you said, you feel it. It's in the house. It's in this house, inside of us. But what is this connected to? Much bigger things than we even know about. We're not limited. We're unlimited. So think of ourselves as unlimited body adjusters. It's pretty cool. Because then you're not going to limit yourself in any of the frequencies. So when you're touching somebody and you feel like, some people say negative and that person's negative, don't classify it at all. It's just energy. So when you put a tag on it, you're going into that negative. It's not negative or positive, it's just energy. And it's stuck. So when somebody's stuck in their pain or their agony, their nervousness, depression, just think of it, they need that energy to be moved and pushed. So we're kind of like pushers. We're not drug pushers. We're energy pushers. It's kind of a fun thing to do. All right, wrapped up.
Questions for Marc?